Good morning, Eagles, and welcome back to EaglEye. I'm Hayden.
And I'm Jesse. Everybody knows COVID was on the rise after the holidays. Could you put up your mask? Come on.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I really don't want to go back to distance learning, so I should keep that up.
Speaking of distance learning, first up is Adid, who's going to talk about distance learning and how it would be different if we went back.
Many schools locally and around the country have been forced to move to distance learning due to COVID. Due to COVID, we didn't have to, but if we do, what would that look like?
So we're hoping to not have to go to a distance or digital format. If we did, it would be for a short period of time. This isn't like last year where we had to go from Thanksgiving and didn't see students as the whole school come back until almost April, or it was April, right? So this would be shorter here. Reasons we might have to do that is if we have a shortage of staff, or if we have an issue with buses and transportation and not enough drivers, we can't get kids to school safely, then that's something that we might have to shut down for a short period of time.
Probably distant learning.
Why do you say that?
Because I feel like it's much more easier for me and I feel more safe at home. I had more time to do my work.
I prefer in-school learning.
Why is that?
Because I get my homework done easier. I like the in-school feel, and teachers help me out faster with my assignments.
Oh boy, I hope we don't go back to distance learning. Reporting from EaglEye, this is Adid Hassan.
Hopefully we don't have to go back to distance learning again. Word on the streets is kids were getting a little slimy with the work. But if we do have to go again, it's good to know it'll just be for a short time.
Yeah, and you know what? I never really thought how distance learning could affect teachers. You know, if push comes to shove, I really have to be on my P's and Q's.
You don't usually hear about much what teachers do outside of school, but here's Naisha and her crew who are learning a bit more about one teacher in particular.
Hi, I'm Tyler Zimmerman. I am a biology teacher. I've been teaching in the district for 23 years. I really got interested in helping people when I was a senior in high school. I got asked by some local friends of mine who were part of the health and medical field to come in and work as a medic to help people who are protesting. And that inspired me to get recertified in my EMT, so I did that last year during the whole pandemic. When I was in college, I got into ice climbing, and I've been ice climbing for like almost 30 years. And every year I still volunteer instruct at the University of Minnesota Duluth. Jiu-jitsu is like wrestling, only you can choke people and break their limbs. I have a 13-year-old daughter, and she's always wanted to grapple and wrestle since she could, crawl. And so I was always trying to inspire her to do things. There's this Japanese kind of phrase called Kaizen, which is the small improvements that you can make over your day. Like you dedicate yourself to one thing, can you make just like a little bit better every day? And that's what I try to do. I don't think that I'm great at anything. I'm just trying to be a little bit better than yesterday.
Wow, I never realized how interesting Mr. Zimmerman really is. I didn't even know he did that ice climbing thing.
Yeah, I also know he's the coach of the new women's wrestling team here at AVHS.
I don't know much about that, but I know Helios does. Here's a scoop on women's wrestling.
Apple Valley has been the mecca of Minnesota State wrestling ever since they hit the scene. With 23 team state championships, 24 state final appearances, 57 individual state champions, 6 NCAA national champions, and 1 gold medal winner. They have been one of the most dominant high school programs in the country ever since they started. But there's a new team in town, and they mean business.
I think it's great because now girls have their own, and then separate from guys, and we always had to go with the guys, but I think it's fun. I think it's good.
I think that it's a really cool opportunity, especially because it's our first year having a girls team. So being able to be a part of that is really awesome. And going to sections, especially because it's an individual sport, all your hard work is put into it, and it's an amazing feeling.
Well,
Up till now, I think we've been doing pretty good. I'm happy that even though it's a small team, that everyone is a good wrestler here. And I think my favorite part about wrestling is that it is hard to get into, but once you get all the basic stuff down, it feels like everyone's going at the same pace and all learning together. So you can wrestle someone who's been wrestling for 3 years, and you could still potentially beat them and stuff. So
If you're interested, try it. If you think about it, try it. You never know. You know, if you don't take the chance, try it. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you don't, but I think everybody should try it. Give it a chance.
Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Elios.
That's so cool. I have to get out and watch these women grapple a little bit.
Yeah, it's awesome. This is history in the making.
Right. Good luck to the women's wrestling team as the state tournament approaches. Get out there and cheer out those Eagles.
On an unrelated note, have you ever wondered how much work goes into our school lunches?
Yeah, but I think it's better leave that a question that's unknown.
Oh, school lunches get a bad rap, but like it or not, there's a lot of work that goes into preparing it for students every day.
Here's Daniel with the story.
You might not know what happens behind me during the day here in the cafeteria, but we recently had the opportunity to see the amount of work that goes involved in preparing meals every day.
A normal day, it is getting here in the morning, getting breakfast served, and then starting lunch prep.
And it takes quite a bit of work just to be able to get all the students fed, because we're feeding around 1,200 students a day, and that's in 3 lunches.
It is a very busy, fast-paced, just a lot of work. We get food, not necessarily the product that we want to order, but they will sub a similar product, or sometimes we have to rearrange our menu. But we get our lunch prepped, and then we get it cooked, and then ready for lunchtime. Or to get to know each student, if possible. You know, there's so many, and our counts are higher this year. Feeding the students is what inspires us, because that is our job. We want to make sure that everybody gets a nutritious meal.
I'd like to thank Becky and her team for the hard work and dedication that they put forth for these meals. I'm Daniel Knight, reporting for EaglEye.
I guess it isn't as bad as I thought it was. The cafeteria staff really put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be hard feeding an entire high school. That's not a job I'd really want to have. But thanks to all that do it, it's very appreciated.
So you don't want to work in school cafeterias? You know that? But do you want to know what you want to be when you get older?
You know, I'm not very sure yet, but there's a lot of kids at the school that do know what they want to do for a career. Here's Kim with some interviews on students who do have a career in mind.
With high school comes the chance to find out your passions and interests. We took the time to talk to some students who have discovered theirs and have been working towards their career choice.
I've been meeting with many people who have had a lot of experience, well, enough experience to actually become architects themselves, long before the pandemic even. And as such, that has allowed me to gain a lot of experience and a lot of backhand knowledge about the field.
I'm just trying to gain as much knowledge as I possibly can on music itself and just the industry, how to get your music out there, or when and how I want to release music.
With working with younger kids, it will help me get skills on how to work with others, especially with younger kids, because they don't know how to share or do anything with other people. So then it can help work with others.
If you find a career that matches your skills and your interests and your values, you're going to be much happier doing that. It won't really feel like work, it'll feel like a passion to you.
If you have an interest or a passion that you want to dip your hand into, high school is an amazing time to try it out. Reporting for EaglEye, this is Kim.
Wow, that must be really nice to know exactly what you want to do.
It really seems like they put a lot of thought into their futures. The rest of us should just start trying new things while we can.
True. And speaking of people on a good path, did you hear that the cheer team's going to nationals?
Yeah, I did. It's all the way in Florida. Here's Jenny with how the cheer team has been preparing for nationals.
The cheer team has been working hard all year. Let's see how they're preparing for nationals and what they're excited for.
I think this year has been very difficult because of COVID, but they've worked through summer practices, they've worked through basketball games and football games, and often people don't consider it a sport because they see what's put out on the sideline. We're cheering for a team, but we're not the team. What I would say is we are in fact the team. All kinds of teams, we support you all, but then we go out and bust our butts in a 2-minute, 30-second routine that pushes your body to the limits in ways you can't explain.
We put in so much work since October, practicing a lot, and we also do a lot of full outs, which means we run our routine all the time during practice so we can get our reps in. I am ready to actually go out and show people what we got, and I'm just excited because it's a new adventure and a new experience.
Nationals, one, it's obviously there's going to be a lot of people because it's a 3-day long competition. I'm excited to compete on a really large mat. I'm obviously excited to go to Disney World with my friends who are my teammates, and more than anything I'm really hoping that we make it to finals because that's always been a really big dream of mine.
I'm really excited about seeing these girls work together. Most of these cheerleaders have cheered since elementary school or middle school, and this is the first time that they're hitting the mat in Florida. I'm excited to see them in that environment, and I know they're going to do really well.
They really put a lot of work in.
Be sure to wish the cheer team good luck at nationals.
Anyways, have you seen those Shake That videos on TikTok?
Yeah, I have. They seem very sturdy. I know you make a lot of those. So here's your segment with some more pop culture content.
All right, my name is Jesse, and today we're gonna go around Apple Valley trying to talk to people, see what kind of music to listen to, and things of that nature. All right, you feel me? All right, let's go. I'm here with
Madison.
Who you listen to right now?
Lil Peep is playing right now.
All right, I'm here with
Isaiah Burns.
But who you bumping right now?
Right now, I got that gun on. Pushing P like I'm up.
Pushing P. Yeah. All right, today I'm here with
Mr. Larson.
What kind of rappers do you listen to?
My favorite rapper is Chance the Rapper.
What's your favorite song by him?
What is the when the praises go up, the blessings come down, the glory comes down.
I'm here with
Hallelujah.
What you listen to right now?
I'm listening to Gravity by Brent Faiyaz and Todd the Creator. I like Brent Faiyaz's voice, it's cute.
Says cute.
Jesse, you didn't even tell us what you're listening to, though.
I listen to a plethora of things, you know what I'm saying? From The Weeknd to Lil Baby. I'm listening to X for a Reason by Summer Walker. You feel me? Yo.
Wow, Jesse, you sure know a lot about pop culture. You're really pushing P on that segment.
I sure was. Here's how teachers perceive things we say on a daily basis.
I'm not sure, but I think we'd be capping to not want to find out. So here's Zakaya, who's interviewing teachers on whether they're hip or not.
We're going to take a look into what teachers know today about urban slang.
The definition of an op would be like a person's getting you in trouble. And so Mr. Tinder, he's such an op.
Shorty is like somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend. And I'm my sentence would be, I'm taking Shorty to the movies.
Slump? Yes, slump. Like S-L-U-M-P? So when you're hunched over, hey, don't slump, stand up. Means to be asleep.
Flex? Yeah, it's like, I'm flexing. I'm better than everybody else. I'm doing a good job. That's flex, isn't it?
Don't make me spill tea in the shade room.
Don't make me spill the tea. Yes, sir.
Reporting on EaglEye, this is Joanna.
Zakaya.
I'm Jason.
That was funny. Those teachers were really tweaking.
Yeah, but they knew more than I thought they would.
We definitely have some hip teachers around here.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, we do love our teachers.
Thank you to all the teachers, hip or not, for what you do.
And with that, it's time to say goodbye on this episode of EaglEye.
See you all in a couple weeks, and
thanks for watching.